Everybody, this is Brian with Vermillion Enterprises. Today is May 5th, 2025. Silver is sitting somewhere around $32.50 per ounce, and gold is just over $3,300 per ounce. Very volatile, up $80 over the weekend, and that seems to be the managing theme here, right? Is volatility, up and down, moving 2-3% at a time, which is crazy to me, but makes it for a very interesting time in the industry. And it means that dealers need to be liquidating their inventory as fast as they can as it comes in. Obviously, we all have some legal requirements we have to follow in certain cases, but need to make that money in the current market if you can, because God knows what tomorrow is going to bring with regards to the price of gold. I've been asked numerous times over the last couple of days what is going on in the industry, what is hot right now. I can tell you what is super hot here in the store right now is gold. People are buying and selling gold bullion and coins at a rate that is really unprecedented here in my shop, at least. And I don't know if that's going on across the country, but it's definitely happening here at Vermillion Enterprises. The amount of gold that's coming in and going out is, needless to say, impressive. So we're very happy with that, and we're going to continue keeping our margins as tight as we can so that we can keep those wheels a-turning for you guys and gals. And on that note, it is Monday, so I thought we would do a premiums update. And let's jump in Gold Eagles, Tim. Go ahead, take it.
Oh, we are for 1 ounce American Gold Eagles. We are currently buying at spot minus 1%, and we are selling at spot plus 3%. That is for BU retail friendly material. For 1 ounce American Gold Buffaloes, we are buying at spot plus 1%. Can't believe it, we're still buying at spot plus 1. And we are selling at spot plus 4.
All right, and then fractional Gold Eagles, here is the first and only update with regards to the premiums, any changes. So 1/10 ounce Gold Eagles, we're still buying at melt plus 3% and selling at melt plus 10%. 1/4 ounce Gold Eagles, we're buying at melt and selling at melt plus 7%. Here's your price change, your premium change. We are now buying 1/2 ounce Gold Eagles at melt minus 1% and selling at melt plus 3%. So it's at the same rate as 1 ounce Gold Eagles, except instead of spot, we're using melt. If you're unsure about when or how to use the difference between melt versus spot, please check out that video that Tim has pinned to the top of this channel, and it provides a great tutorial on when and how to use each of the different terms. It is important if you are stacking precious metals, especially in the fractional sizes. All right, foreign gold bars, raw pre-33 gold, US gold $5 and $10 commims, and off-quality modern US gold. We buy at 98% of spot or 98% of melt. You'll see that there's a 1/2 ounce Gold Eagle in here. Why is that in there? Well, it's in there because it is scruffy. You can see it's got spots on it. That's not something that will retail. That's going to go to the burner. We're going to melt that. Same with all your gold bars. We buy gold bars at 98% up to 100 grams in size. After that, we send them off to the refinery and have them assayed before we pay it out. Too many fake gold bars floating around. It is a rampant problem in the industry. If you are buying gold bars that are still sealed in their assay card, make sure you are sourcing them from a place that is buying them direct from the manufacturer. I highly recommend that you do not buy sold or secondary sealed gold bars. There is a ton of fakes, all sizes, floating around right now. If you're buying them from a source that is getting them directly from the manufacturer, so directly from Valcambi, directly from Perth, directly from fine, great, go for it. If they're buying it and then reselling it, be very careful, guys and gals. The gold bars out there that are still and sealed in cards, they can pass the Sigma verifier, even the newer one with the Bullion wand. They can pass the XRF. You got to be careful of this stuff. The true way to find out whether these bars are legit or not is to remove them from the packaging and then either acid test or various other tests. But acid test is king, and you can only do that once they're removed from the card. It is a serious problem in the industry right now. Also, we're buying 98% of melt, so that's modern gold foreign bullion such as Philharmonics, as you can see out there, Maple Leafs, Krugerrands, what else? Pandas, nuggets, kangaroos, all that type of good material. We are buying at spot minus 2% or melt minus 2%. And that includes the older foreign gold too. Sovereigns, ducats, coronas, liras, marks, francs, pesos, all that type of material we're buying at 98% of melt. And of course, raw pre-33 gold and even some slab pre-33 gold is now being bought at 98% of melt. All right, platinum. I'm out of platinum eagles right now, but we are buying 1 ounce platinum eagles at the spot price of platinum plus $90 per ounce. We do have some platinum maple leafs left in the shop. We are selling these at spot plus $50 per ounce. And we're buying retail friendly 1 ounce foreign platinum at the spot price of platinum. If you have platinum bars that you want to sell, reach out to the shop. We'll figure out where we're at on those. I don't have an open bid, but we'll figure it out. Palladium maple leafs we are selling for $1,195 a piece. That is for Palladium maple leafs. I am out of Palladium eagles at the moment, but we do got maple leafs in quantity. All right. We got graded Morgans, MS63, MS64, MS65s live in the shop. These are all going to be PCGS or NGC graded. 63s are 70, 64s are 90, and 65s are $165. There's going to be random coins, PCGS or NGC graded only. They're going to be from 1878 to 1904. There will not be any annex or ICG graded coins. There will not be any raw and house graded coins. You will see various levels of toning on these coins in various generational holders. And like I said, they're going to be random. All going to be common dates, of course, from 1878 to 1904. All right, junk silver. We buy at the spot price of silver minus $1 per ounce and sell it for the spot price of silver plus 50 cents per ounce. That's for junk silver. That's going to be 1964 and before silver dimes, quarters, half dollars. That does not include the modern 90% silver that people crack out of proof sets. This is 1964 and before silver. Dimes, quarters, and halves. We got plenty of quarters in stock right now. We got plenty of halves in stock. We have some dimes. So if you're interested, you can definitely say by denomination, but other than that, it's going to be random. All right, folks, that is for the junk. Generic silver, we buy at the spot price of silver minus $1 per ounce, and we sell for the spot price of silver plus $1 per ounce. That is for rounds, 5 ounce bars, 10 ounce bars. We also buy kilos, 50s, and 100 ounce bars at the spot price of silver minus $1 per ounce. I do not have any of those for sale at the moment in the shop. But we got plenty of rounds, 5 ounce bars, 10 ounce bars. We even have 1 ounce bars in the shop ready to go. But the rounds are going to all be solid design tubes, retail friendly material. All right, then we got off-quality American Silver Eagles next. We buy off-quality Silver Eagles at the spot price of silver, and we sell them at the spot price of silver plus $1 per ounce. So these are going to be coins that have surface abrasions, milk spots, other surface blemishes. They could be colorized. They could be a scruffy, rimdings, all that type of material, overtoning. That will make them get thrown into the off-quality bucket. Now, if you're looking for solid date retail friendly material, we buy this at the spot price of silver plus $2 per ounce, and we sell them at the spot price of silver plus $4 per ounce. That's going to be for retail-friendly, solid-date tubes of 20 American Silver Eagles. That means that each coin in the tube is the exact same date. If they have milk spots on them or surface abrasions, we kick them off into the off-quality bucket. It's just the way it is, guys. All right, coal, silver dollars. We buy these at 26 bucks a piece and we sell them at $28 a piece. This is for coal, silver dollars, peace dollars, Morgan dollars. Common dates, of course. 26 is what we're paying, and we sell them for 28. And they're going to be a random date. They're going to be in coal condition. Please don't call in asking us to take pictures and send them to you. Please don't ask for specific dates. It's all going to be a mixed grab bag just as they come in. That's the way they go out. All right. If you are interested in shipping, we are still shipping for the time being. We are on Junk 90, it's a 30 face minimum order. On generic silver, 20 ounce minimum order. On American Silver Eagles, 20 ounce minimum order. And also on coal, silver dollars, it's a 20 coin minimum order. All right, folks, so there's been a lot of talk here recently about gold. Where's it going? I think obviously the industry has largely said enough with silver. Silver kind of just seems to suck, and people are, I think, largely abandoning it. We have a number of people who are coming in and trading their silver in for gold. Obviously, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that silver's languishing around $32.50 an ounce. It can't seem to break through that $35 level. It kind of goes up and then it comes back down, kind of goes up, comes back down. And that's pretty depressing to a lot of stackers out there, given that in 15 years ago, 14 years ago, it was pushing 50. 40 years ago, it was pushing 50. It got to 50. And now here we are 40 years later, 15 years later, all that inflation, and we're still below our highs. So yeah, I think a large number of people have given up on silver. And I don't blame them. I totally understand it. And so a lot of people are trading in their silver. We're still taking it in. We're going to continue to take it in. They're trading it in for gold in a lot of instances, which is, I get it. Gold's made tremendous gains. It seems to be hanging in there. I'm not sure where it ranks with certain cryptos as the best money maker over the last couple of years, but it's got to be up there. And that's very important for stackers to note. So gold, gold, gold. So I was asked over the weekend by another dealer, how can you operate with the margins that you're operating at? And I think that if someone looked at the main dealers here in Florida, you would see that most of my premiums fit in line with the big dealers here in the state of Florida. So it's I'm being competitive with my main competition here, and maybe not the main competition. And I'm not really talking about locally here in the town. I'm talking about actually in the state. When I say local, we're referring to a coin shop or a bullion dealer. I'm really talking about the Southeast. People drive from states away, legitimately states away, and time zones away, to go to a shop or a dealer who is going to pay them the right amount. And so when I'm asked, hey, how are you keeping your margins so tight? I'm just trying to stay competitive with the industry, because there's a lot of bullion dealers out there, coin shops out there that operate within the same premium ranges that I'm operating in. And some may have a little bit better of a rate on one specific. What in the world? The moth has come flying out here. That's crazy. I hope that got caught on camera. That would be awesome. One dealer, may have a better rate on one SKU, whereas I might have a better rate on another SKU. But there's going to be within tenths of a point. So, my rates are to stay competitive in our area, in our industry, and so obviously we are obviously in Florida, right? Florida, if you look at the international level, Florida has the 15th largest economy in the world. So, I mean, that says a lot, right? I don't know how many countries are, what are 180 countries or whatever it is, and Florida's the 15th largest economy in the world. So Florida's a very affluent area, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Even with all the Florida man jokes and everything out there, there's a lot of money here. And so that's another reason why we're able to operate within the ranges that we do. We have a lot of affluent customers who buy and sell tremendous amounts of gold and silver. And so those customers are the ones that we really do make we cover our nut on. And so they are going to do what? They're going to look around. You know, when you're talking about selling, 50 ounces of gold or 100 ounces of gold, or buying 50 ounces of gold or 100, whatever it may be, hey, you know what? You're going to shop around because a half a point here, half a point there actually matters on a scale that size. Now, when you're buying 1 or 2 ounces or you're selling 40 ounces of silver, I mean, it doesn't really matter, right? Just, think about your time, think about your travel distance and all that. But when you're talking significant levels, you get up over $100,000, quarter points, half points, all that comes into play. So, and here in Florida, 15th largest economy in the world, those people are here. And they may not be in enough quantity in other states outside of the area for where dealers may not be able to operate within the same premium range as dealers are here in Florida, or say New York or Texas or California. So the other thing too is how do I want to put this? I micromanage my overhead, so I keep it as low as possible. I own this building outright. I have no debt. So that's another aspect of why I can operate within the range that I do for premiums. So I thought that was an interesting question, and I would share that response with you guys and gals out there, because I get asked that every once in a while, and so that really is the truth of it. And I will say on that note, unfortunately one of my favorite customers passed away last week, and he was a 95-year-old Korean vet, super nice guy, super lucid. He was still driving himself around, true Florida, what you think about when you think about people who live in Florida, right? He's obviously a very wealthy guy, 94 years old, still out there driving, super nice guy. His name was Wayne. I'm not going to say his last name for obvious reasons, but anyways, his heir reached out to me on Saturday and to let me know. I didn't know until she reached out to me to let me know that he had passed, and that he had amassed quite a hoard of bullion, largely sourced from us, and they have no desire to keep it. So they're going to keep a couple of gold pieces that, just to say, hey, this is from Grandpa, that type of thing. But so they wanted to start the ball rolling with how to liquidate his hoard. And so one thing that this gentleman loved was American Silver Eagles. So he has boxes upon boxes upon boxes of American Silver Eagles. And he bought, at one time he bought 10,000. So we're going to start the process on that. And so it's so overwhelming to the heir that she's like, how do we even do this? I'm like, well, what we do, this is how we liquidate a collection like this. You don't do it all in one shot. All right, you group things together and you do like items. So he's got a tremendous amount of American Silver Eagles. So let's do that first. First of all, it takes up a ton of space. It's a lot of weight. Let's just do the American Silver Eagles first. And then once we get that digested, let's move on to the next thing, whatever that may be that you guys don't want to keep. So that's how we're going to approach it. We're going to be working on the American Silver Eagle deal, it sounds like, this week. And we'll systematically get through his stash, his hoard, whatever you want to call it, his collection, systematically and methodically. And that way the heir, the person who inherited the collection, doesn't get overwhelmed, can make sense of it mathematically, can make sense of it dollar amount, because this is going to add up quickly. And it won't be overwhelming for them, because we understand, we deal with this all the time. This is Florida. We deal with this all the time. We understand how stressful this can be for people who inherit material like this, who have no idea what it is, like zero idea, but it's worth a significant amount of money. And so we understand the stress level there. And so we will, I feel like I am very apt at holding hands and walking people through that process to where it's not confusing. We try to minimize the stress. We understand the gravity of the situation. And so we pride ourselves, or I pride myself on handling that in the appropriate way, which we will do starting with Wayne's Silver Eagle collection. He bought, at one time, he bought 10,000 in one shot.
Oh, man.
Yeah, 10,000 Silver Eagles in one shot. So the guy was a baller, and he was funny. He would come into the shop, and he'd open the door and step in. This is a brisk 94, 95-year-old man, and he'd be like, "Hey, Moneybags, what's up?" And I thought that was always great. It didn't matter whether I was the only one in the room or there was 10 people in the room. So it was always fun when he would come in. And so one thing that Wayne did, he was super smart with his collection. He didn't buy overpriced numismatics. There's nothing in a PCGS holder, nothing in an NGC holder. It's all straight bullion product. So it's going to make his liquidating his collection, his hoard, whatever you want to call it, super easy. So it really, there's nothing magical about or subjective about his stack. It is super linear. And he's very smart and in touch with that side of the industry. So he's been doing it forever, though. I mean, he was around at the beginning of when silver took off and when gold took off, separated back in the 60s, and he went through the highs and lows of it. So he was very in tune with the market. So on that note, back to our premiums. I was asked specifically about gold scrap. How am I paying 90% on gold scrap? Same thing, man. There's people here in the state of Florida that will pay you 90% for a gold scrap. I'm not being over competitive here. I am being competitive with what the market dictates. So sterling silver flatware, hollowware, tableware, sterling silver tea sets, sterling silver rounds will pay you 90% of the value. 10 karat, 14, 18, 22 karat gold jewelry, we will pay you 90% of the value. What determines the value? The value is determined by the purity of the metal, the weight of the metal, and the price of gold or silver at the time of the transaction. So if you're interested in selling any of this type of material, please reach out to the shop. We will cash you out at 90% of the value, or you can use this as payment for the purchase of stackable precious metals. We do that all the time, literally every single day, folks. People turn in this type of material and apply it as a balance towards the purchase of other stackable precious metals that they prefer to keep. So if we can help you out with that, we will be happy to do so. I will say just to focus back in on this market and its volatility, I looked at this going, what has it been, about 6 months now when this started to get kind of crazy with gold. Like I say, no one cares about silver at this point. The gold market's where it's at. I made the executive decision that we are going to say 100% plied with cash, and we are not undercapitalized, folks. We are definitely doing that, and we are ready for business. We are ready for your transactions. Gold, silver, platinum, palladium, whatever it may be, we will be happy to help. Even this type of material, it's you don't have to focus too much, but we buy a tremendous amount of slab type material. This is a nice little Indian head that came in on Saturday. I don't know, I think it's worth $400 or $500. It's but if you got graded type, hey, I'm a buyer on that. Very competitive when it comes to that type of material too. I don't care about loose bulk type, like you got bulk common date Buffalo nickels, V nickels, wheat cents, boo. But if you got graded type coins that are collectible, such as this little guy right here, we are a buyer. So if there's anything we can do for you folks, please reach out to the shop. We will be happy to help. I hope you enjoy your Monday. We are ready to go.